Most people assume that transformation starts with talking about what's wrong. But what if the problem isn't what happened to you, but the architecture of your mind that was built around it? In that case, what you need isn't therapy, it's a framework. Not because therapy is irrelevant, but because it's not designed to do what you're asking it to do. Therapy helps you process the past, but deep transformation, that requires a system for constructing a future self. If you feel like you've been doing the inner work, but still can't escape the same emotional loops, the same goals that never get finished, the same identity fatigue, that isn't resistance. That's structure, or more specifically, the absence of a structure that aligns with the person you're trying to become. Human behavior is not driven by willpower, it's driven by internal systems. Your nervous system determines your baseline safety. Your self-concept determines what's possible, and your subconscious mind, which runs about 90 to 95% of your actions, doesn't change just because you want it to. It only updates when the underlying architecture is interrupted, questioned, or rebuilt. But nobody teaches you that. Instead, we're told to focus on goals, habits, productivity hacks, without changing the underlying identity underneath. It's like trying to renovate a house while still living in the wreckage of your old floor plan. The problem isn't that you're not trying hard enough, it's that you're not operating with a blueprint. No architect builds a structure without design principles, materials, and a step-by-step plan. Yet we expect ourselves to change with nothing but journaling prompts and vague affirmations. Don't get me wrong, those things are extremely helpful. But what you need deeply, is a framework for psychological integration. One that begins with awareness, not just of your thoughts, but of your emotional conditioning, your somatic defaults, your emotional maps. Then it needs to move into deconstruction, systematically breaking down inherited beliefs, trauma-encoded behaviors, and false identities. From that point, then you can enter reconstruction. This is where the self-concept isn't just rewritten, it's neurologically rehearsed, where your nervous system is taught to trust the new identity before it manifests externally, and where your habits, environment, and emotions are brought into coherence with your internal reality. Beliefs are not thoughts, they are predictions. Your brain doesn't store beliefs as abstract ideas. It stores them as predictive models, internal maps that determine what actions feel safe and what emotions are allowed in the body. So if you say, I want to be successful, but your nervous system is coded with visibility is dangerous or abundance threatens connection, your body will resist every step forward, not because you're lazy, but because your subconscious mind is obeying a survival map. Identity is the algorithm of your life. Identity is not who you are, it's what your mind has rehearsed as true. Big difference. And since your identity filters what you notice, how you interpret events, and what behaviors feel natural, it precedes your actions. So to successfully change your behavior in the long term, you have to change what it feels like to be you, not through just intention, but through neural repetition, emotional integration, and embodied practice. Inner safety precedes outer growth. We don't sabotage our progress. We protect ourselves from unfamiliar outcomes. If your body doesn't feel safe expanding, emotionally, financially, relationally, it will collapse back into the known. And most people never actually build internal safety because they confuse coping strategies for transformation. True inner work is not just about regulating emotion, it's about retraining your system to feel safe holding more life force, more visibility, more capacity, more expansion. This is the level of self-work I've made it my mission to teach. Not surface-level mindset hacks, but internal scaffolding for actual identity-level change. I created a 25-day experience that walks you straight through this process. It's designed to restructure your beliefs, your emotions, your habits, your self-concept. Everything we discussed in this video, from the inside out. It's for the version of you who's ready to stop outsourcing your growth and become the own architect of your mind and your life. The future version of you doesn't just think differently. They hold reality differently. They make decisions from alignment. They regulate themselves into expansion. They don't chase goals, they embody them. And if you're ready to become that version of you, not through force, but through framework, the portal is open. Link is in the description if you want to check it out. It's 4 modules. The first is understanding the power of the mind. The second is uncovering the current mindset. The third is transforming the mindset, which involves nervous system regulation, rewriting your self-concept, working on your inner dialogue, healing your inner child, integrating your shadow, building a positive mind, and embodying gratitude as a frequency. The last module is embodying your greater self, which is all about creating your vision and turning that into reality, building discipline, mastering your emotions, and valuing legacy over short-term value. That concludes everything that I had to say for today's video. If you enjoyed, please share with somebody who needs it, and let me know what you're working on within your own self-concept at the moment. Anyway, I love you so much, and I will see you in the next video. Mwah!